Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to another interesting session of Muskaan, an initiative of Prabha Khaitan Foundation and Education for All Trust, supported by Sri Cement Limited. Prabha Khaitan Foundation is an organization based in Kolkata, founded by late Dr. Prabha Khaitan, dedicated to socio-cultural welfare and humanitarian causes. The Foundation's initiative, Muskaan, aims at popularizing heritage literature and culture nationwide among children and young adults by weaving it into formal and informal education through various student activities. Some of the ways adopted to do this are cultural programs, storytelling sessions, theater, dance, music, and art, which are organized via collaborations with our national and international associations and institutes, both pan India and overseas network of schools, educational and art institutions. Today, we have amongst us Harsh V. Moore. Harsh Moore is an upcoming star in the music industry, boasting of a current total of 25 million views on his Instagram videos. Gifted with mastery in both guitar and piano, this singer, songwriter, music producer started his professional career by getting admitted into Berklee College of Music in 2020. He started early by learning and posting cover videos on YouTube. To a name to remember in the coming years, Harsh Moore is an artist you should look out for. Over to you, Harsh.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. Uh, and thank you to Prabha Khaitan Foundation for inviting me to this session. This is kind of the first time I'm talking about my journey like this, so it's like a new experience for me as well. But yeah, hopefully today I can give you some insight into my life and also some insight into how the music industry works in today's world. And maybe, to some of you, maybe inspire you to become a musician. So, yeah, I have prepared a presentation for you guys so that it's more uh, like visually appealing and more interactive for you to see. So I'll just share my screen and show you guys, kind of walk through it with you. So yeah, this is me. I am Harsh. I am 21 years old right now, and I'm a student at the Berklee College of Music. So I'll introduce you to my family as well. My dad here is a industrialist. My mom is a nutritionist, and this is my little brother. He's still a student. Uh, so you guys can see here that my family really, no one in my family is a musician, right? An actor's son usually becomes an actor. A businessman's son usually becomes a businessman because it's easy for them, and you choose to do whatever is easier, like you're brought up like that, right? A musician's son also usually becomes a musician. Like if you see all the actors in Bollywood, or you see singers, for example, if you look at what their parents did, usually the family background is music or is some sort of acting, and that's how they get influence and they get into it, and it's easier for them as well. But in my family, like, I chose to do something completely different, so everything that I'm doing right now is kind of on my own, because when I choose to do music, like, my parents can't really guide me, to go, like, where to go, what to do, how to pursue a career in this. So yeah, it's kind of in the waters where you have no idea what you're doing, so you kind of have to figure it out on your own. But this is something that I really wanted to do, and my parents really supported me, so I went ahead with it. Let's see how it goes. um, so a little story session of how I started, um how I started as a musician, basically, how I got into music. So I was 9 years old, and I went to school and I saw this teacher playing guitar, and I really found it. I found it very cool that he was playing the guitar, and I like really liked his like I really liked how he was playing the guitar, and I just found the guitar a really amazing instrument, and I wanted to learn it. So then I went back home, I went to my parents, and then I told them I want to learn the guitar. And they told me that since you are a kid, guitar is a difficult instrument to learn. So they were like, since you're a kid, don't start with the guitar, start with some other instrument and then move on to the guitar, because then it's going to be easier. It's actually the case when you start with an instrument and then move on to another, it's easier for you to learn the other instrument. So they're like, start with some other instrument, then move on to the guitar. So then they told me you should learn the violin, and there was a violin teacher like coming downstairs as well. So I was like, okay, fine. So then I started learning the violin. But the problem was it wasn't the guitar, so I wasn't really that fascinated by it. And I ended up playing the violin also like the guitar. Like I used to strum the violin like the guitar in my free time. I found playing the violin very boring. So I was like, I can't do this. So then what I did is I learned the violin for like 3 months or so, and then I came back and I was like, I don't want to do violin lessons. I'm bored of this. I just want to learn the guitar. So like, yeah, could you please like get me guitar lessons? I want to learn the guitar. And my parents were like, uh, you're still very young. We're telling you you should learn another instrument. So then they enrolled me into keyboard classes and they bought me a keyboard. So, and the keyboard, I stuck with the keyboard for like 1 or 2 years. I learned the keyboard. And then after 2 years, I was like, okay, now I really want to learn the guitar. So could you please get me one? And then my parents say that, you've wasted all this money on the violin and the keyboard and you haven't really learned anything as well. So we're not gonna buy you a guitar, forget it. I'm like, I wanted to learn the guitar from the start. Why couldn't you? So, yeah, they didn't buy me a guitar then. So, what I did, there was this uncle of mine who had a spare guitar. He was learning it, but then he stopped learning it and it was there. So, I went to his house, picked up his guitar, and asked him if I could borrow it. I borrowed his guitar and then started learning on my own through YouTube, like watching tutorials on YouTube on how to play the guitar. And after like a month or 2 months with that guitar, I played my parents a song. And only when they saw that I was really passionate about learning the guitar and the way I was learning it, then like, you can see here, this is my phase 2013 when I was learning the guitar. I'm like spending a lot of time with my guitar these days. I was feeling really cool when I posted this picture. And yeah, so this was the guitar that I borrowed. And with this guitar, I played my first song for my parents, and then they were like, "Okay, we'll buy you a new guitar." And then they bought me this new guitar, and I was really happy. And I played this. I still have it now. Um, but yeah, this is one of the lessons I learned, which was that like you just have to work for stuff. Nothing will be handed to you. Even though like I told my parents that I wanted to learn the guitar, they still made me work for it. But I appreciate it because then I know the value for things in life. So yeah, that was the story of how I got started in music. I started by playing the guitar, and then I went to classes, and then the singing just came naturally. I wasn't really training my voice to sing and stuff, but the singing just came naturally while I was playing the guitar. So then came the phase of me posting covers on YouTube. I was like, I used to learn from YouTube, and I really found people singing on YouTube, and I wanted to do that. So I started posting some covers on YouTube, and it was nice. I used to make videos by myself. Then, like once the video was up, I used to send it to my family, close friends to watch it and stuff. That went on for a while. I have been posting on YouTube since I don't know when, like 2014 or something. So it's been a long time since I've been making videos. And now we get to class 9 when I make my first song. So I'll play you this song. It's out on Spotify as well. And this song, so I wrote the lyrics, composed the melody, played all the guitar by myself. Nowadays, you can produce music from your laptop, from your home. So you don't really need to go to a studio or anything. You can record everything from your home, from your laptop. So I made the music, sang, and produced the whole track in my laptop, and then I uploaded it on Spotify and all the platforms. So I'll play you a little bit of the song so you get an idea. This song is called In Your Eyes. Right? I'll play a little bit.
You're the one I think of. Every ring on the phone, every time I'm alone, you're the one I think of. To all the times I was here without you, caught up in this fear you'll never be as near, and I'm here without you. 'Cause I got these feelings I just can't hide. I just wanna be by your side. 'Cause I see the love in your eyes. By your side, I feel the warmth. See the love in your eyes. By your side, I feel the warmth. Lost in my mind, thinking of us.
Yeah, so you can hear my like childhood voice and like the production is also very, you could say it's a little amateurish, like someone's trying to start production. It's a good song, but now that I look back at it, I'm like, okay, someone's trying to learn production. And but once I released my first song, I really fell in love with the process of creating songs and releasing them. Like, to me, if someone comes up to me and they've listened to my song and they're humming the lyrics of the song, it's like it brings me happiness. It's like, so yeah, I really love that feeling of someone liking my song. So yeah, I just started making songs that I would want to hear. So yeah, this was my first song. And by this time I had an idea of, I really like music, I kind of want to do this, but I wasn't really sure if I'm going to pursue it professionally. um, I'll talk a little bit about how I make songs. This is my process of making songs, but you can say that this is how every singer songwriter writes their song as well. So first I come up with an idea. This, for creative people, here's the thing. If you were to if you were to take a path where you're studying engineering, for example, you're studying to become a doctor of some sort, so you have a guided path, right? You're going to study till 12, then you're going to go to this college, then you're going to study for this many years, then you're going to find a job. If you're becoming a doctor, then you're going to study even more, do a master's, or and then you're going to work at a hospital. It's like very clear. But as a musician, your path is not very like guided, or it's not a set follow along path to success. It's like you don't know what you're going to do. Like you have to make your path on your own. Um, also, as a doctor or an engineer or any other profession which is not creative, you kind of have to go by the book, study a lot, give tests, pass on those tests, get good marks, then you're going to get into good colleges, and it goes on like stuff like that. But with something creative, it's like, uh, since there's no guided path, I mean, you have to work on your craft every day, but it sometimes what happens is a writer wouldn't do anything for 2 months, 3 months, say. They're not doing anything. They're just staying, like, they're just existing. Basically, they're not doing anything. That same person could get a spark of an idea doing something they didn't think they would get that idea from, and they would come out with the biggest song ever. Like, that could also happen. So with creativity, it's like, I believe that there's a process, but it is very difficult to keep at it and keep going because there's no guided path. So yeah, coming back to my process of making a song. So I start with an idea. There is some sort of idea that comes to me. Maybe it's gonna be a tune that I'm humming, or it's gonna be some sort of lyrics that, like, if I'm conversing with someone and they say something very specific where I'm like, oh, like, this line really sounds cool, this would sound good in a song, that's an idea. Or if I hear a tune myself, that's an idea. Or if I hear a beat and I really like it and I'm hearing something over it, that's an idea. So this idea, like, comes whenever. It's like, if I'm swimming, for example, the idea can come. If I'm reading a book, the idea can come. I really like this line. If I'm talking to someone, the idea can come. It's like, yeah, you just have to keep doing stuff and the ideas just keep coming in. It's like that. And then once I get an initial idea, I start writing. So writing consists of lyric writing and composing. Both are under writing. In that, I'll develop the melody of the song, and I'll add lyrics to the song as well. And once I have the song, then I'll start recording it on my laptop, and slowly I'll start recording it. Then I'll produce music um, over the song, like whatever I've sung, I'll produce music over it so that it sounds good. Then there's this thing called mixing and mastering. These are also like big career options in music. So in music, either you can become a singer, songwriter, composer, music director, you can become a music producer, you can become a recording engineer. Recording engineers are people who record audio in studios. You can become a mixing and mastering engineer. So what they do basically is, all the songs that you hear on the radio today, they are mixed and mastered by a professional, meaning that when you are making songs in your laptop, this professional, what they do, they take the song and they add effects to it so that it is more pleasing to the ear, and they adjust the levels of the song so that no matter where you play the song, you play it on your phone, you play it on your laptop, you play it on the speaker, it sounds the same. You will notice most of the professional songs that you hear, it sounds the same everywhere. It's very consistent. That's because of these mixing and mastering engineers. So yeah, this is also a big career option in today's world of music. So let me go towards. So I was in class 12, and this is when I released my second song. So in this song, what I did was, because I wanted to sound more professional and better, and since I was still learning how to produce and make songs, I hired some professionals. Like, I hired a mixing and mastering engineer to mix and master my song. Earlier, I was doing it on my own, and I hired a music producer as well to produce music around my song. So I'll play it for you, and you can hear the difference from my first song. Like the quality of the song also changed a lot. Like, this is the second one.
Kiss my lips and empty feeling. Your fingertips, they touch my soul. I know it's so healing. Why do you try to resist when all I need is one more smile? 'Cause we're just dancing on our own, it's true. Maybe we're outside, underneath the sky. We're just standing on our own, it's you. We don't need no lights, baby, hold on tight. We were strangers, now we feel so close.
Yeah, so you can hear that it's sounding much more professional in the sense that, the music sounds better, my voice sounds better because it's mixed and mastered by a professional. So, this is kind of when I started getting an idea of uh, how this all this works, like how the whole song making process works and how people do it nowadays. Um, and this is also when this was in class 12, so this was also when I started applying for colleges. So in my situation, I had applied for business schools, all business schools, and some schools I found there was a business slash music program, so you could pursue both. And then Berklee College of Music was the only one school that was only music. That was the only college I applied to in the US for music. And so I got into a lot of business schools as well. But when I got into Berklee is one of the top three colleges to pursue contemporary music in the world. So if you guys know Charlie Puth, the singer, music producer, the guy who sang "See You Again" and a lot of hits. So that guy is also from Berklee College of Music. He studied there for 4 years, and there are a lot of people in the music industry that are from that college. So when I got into Berklee, I was like, uh, I could really try and make it a career. And I also realized that in your 20s is the best time for you to take risks. Like, never in your life will you be able to take risks the way you're able to take risks when you're in your 20s, because you have a lot of time in your hand. You have the time to make mistakes, and it's like, if you don't do it in your 20s, when are you going to do it? Because later on in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you kind of settle down and you have a lot of responsibilities. But in so I wanted to live with no regrets, even if you know music fails, it's fine, because at least I tried. And I didn't want to be like, I never tried to do it. So yeah, that's why I went ahead and I got into Berklee. And yeah, that's where I've been studying for the past 3 years. I have 1 year left there. So I'll move on to my latest song, which is right now after being 3 years at Berklee. So this song is done by me, and yeah, I've made the lyrics, the tune, the music production, everything. And you can kind of hear how going to a music college has changed uh, like a lot of my musicianship in the song that I play. This one's a Hindi song, uh, but yeah, I'll play it for you guys.
कुछ बातें तुझसे अभी करूं तो उन्हें तू सुन ले, तू सुन ले। इन्हीं बातों में मैं तुझे बताऊं, मेरे दिल में तू है, तू है। इस दिल को छू जाऊं मैं कभी तू ना हूं मैं तेरे साथ में, तू जहां मैं वहां, रास्ता मिल गया। तू जहां मैं वहां, अब बने रास्ता। तेरे चेहरे पे थोड़ी खुशियां देखूं, थोड़ा तो हंस ले, तू हंस ले। इन्हीं खुशियों में मैं
You kind of get the idea. It's like my sound and everything has changed a lot because of the stuff I learned in college. Um, Hopefully, you guys like the song. We'll get to know. We'll have a Q&A session in the end. So yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And yeah, so now I wanted to talk about what my life is like today. So yeah, I'm a student at Berklee. Like I said, I have 1 year left. But what I'm doing with that is, I'm a freelance music producer and composer. So I work with brands and I work with companies to make jingles, uh, to make music for their commercials. I am a content creator as well, so I create content around my music to promote it and build an audience online, and that helps me get brand deals. So some brands collaborate with me to promote their products, and they pay me to do that. And I'll show you some of the stuff that I've made. So for example, so here's a brand collaboration I did for a coffee company. And what they did, basically, they sent me a coffee machine and they sent me coffee pods. And I made music out of the sounds you hear when you're making coffee and posted it online to promote their product, right? So this is one of them. Ever notice the sounds you hear when you're making coffee? My coffee routine with Coffeeza capsules and machines helps me start my mornings, but it has also sparked the musician in me. So, what if I make a song out of those?
तू जहां मैं वहां, रास्ता मिल गया। तू जहां मैं वहां, अब बने रास्ता।
Yeah, so that was one of the collaborations I did. It was really fun. I mean, what else do you need if a brand if a brand is paying you to make music, like what else would you need? I was very happy doing this. Like this is like a dream life for me if I could, keep doing this and make money off of it, then nothing like it for me. So this is one type of stuff that I do. Then there was another type of stuff which is making music for commercials. So the commercials you hear on TV and stuff, they obviously don't have music pehle se, like it's all post production. So once the commercial is shot, uske baad people add sound effects, people add the music behind it, right? And it's not like music, they add a pre-made music or song and they put it. A lot of commercials, they have composers and stuff who make music specifically for the commercial, so that everything it's custom built so that everything lands very good with the cuts and stuff in the commercial. So I'll show you one of this one I did. It's like a student project I did in college. So, and this is for Bacardi. So I'll play it without audio. This is how they give us the demo or the commercial without any sound. So this is what I got. This is what I got. No audio, no sound effects or whatsoever. And I was told to make music according to what you see, right? Add sound effects and make music according to what you see. So then I worked on it and I produced music to accompany the whole commercial. And you see how music changes your perception of the commercial completely. Like, I'll play it. So that was what I made. And I'd like to point out, like, as composers, what we see in these commercials, like when I got this without the audio, right? I saw three characters. One was this woman, one was this woman, and one was these two guys, right? And they were coming, in the end, they were coming together to party at a place, right? So as a composer, what in my mind, I have to make three different musical identities for them. So what I did, you can hear it. For this woman, there's a separate musical identity where it's very flowy. You can hear it. Very flowy. This is more party type. And here also, the music changes. Music changes. And now everybody's coming together. So the all the three different music beats are aligning and coming together. So that is what a composer does subconsciously to highlight it. Everything's coming. Everything, all the three elements are coming together. Because everybody's partying. Yeah, I hope it makes sense. I hope I'm not like, it makes sense, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, yeah. So that's what a composer thinks about when doing these commercials. I'll show you another one really quick. This one was, and when a composer like makes music, they're given requirements from a client. So they'll tell you what the genre of the song will be, how they want the music played, what emotion would they like the end person to feel and all that. So this one, they told me they wanted a hard rock kind of track behind the commercial. And this one, basically, there's a fight scene involved. So like hard rock, people are going at it, fighting with each other. So I have to make the music so that it's very upbeat and it feels like there's a fight going on, right? So I got this without audio. Without audio, it's like this, like no audio, no sound effects as well. Everything I had to, like all these sound effects, there was no sound effects here. So this is what I made out of it, the music and the sound effects.
Can I have these to go?
Yeah, and in the end, they were like they wanted a happy ending of some sort, where the brand logo comes in. So I had to keep all that in mind while making this. So this was commercials, and now I'll talk about jingles. So I made a jingle for this female beauty brand, and so this brand is called Winsberry, right? And their tagline is "Intimately Yours." So what they wanted was they wanted a jingle which is appealing to the masses, like modern, quirky type sounding. They wanted jingle which is in English, so Hindi and English mixed. And yeah, there was some more requirements, but following these requirements, I made this for them, and they're using it for their as their jingle. So yeah, I'll play it for you. I have a female singer in this. I hired the singer to sing it. I have made the lyrics and the music production and everything. Because it's a female beauty brand, then if a male sings a female beauty brand song, it's kind of doesn't match, right? That's why I had to hire a female singer to sing it. But yeah, you can hear it.
Intimately yours, intimately yours. क्योंकि मैं हूँ intimately yours. ये जो मेरे skin को रखे pure करते हैं absolutely cure. सब मुझे करते adore. मेरी जिंदगी में I glow. It will definitely show. Always better than before. Finsbury, intimately yours.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the jingle. The brand was pretty happy by it. Yeah, let me just see if I have bent over everything. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, this is a little bit of what I do. And lastly, I would like to play like a live song for you guys with the guitar. So yeah. Just one question: can you hear the guitar properly? You can just thumbs up, yeah. Yeah. Have you guys heard the song "Perfect" by Ed Sheeran? Yeah, I'll just play a song that you guys know. So. I found the love for me, darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. Well, I found the girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I was put underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look
perfect tonight. Well, I found the woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams. I hope that someday I'll share her home. I found a lover to carry more than just my secret, to carry love, to carry children of our own. We are still kids when we're so in love, fighting against our odds. I know we'll be alright this time. Well, darling, just hold my hand. Be my girl, I'll be your man. I see my future in your eyes. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. I have faith in what I see. Now I know I have met an angel in person. She looks perfect. I don't deserve this. You look perfect tonight. Yeah, thank you so much. That's been me. I hope you guys enjoyed my session. Yeah, and I'd just like to pass it on for any Q&As or anything you guys have.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shreya Verma from DPS Rohini. First of all, I would like to thank my principal to give us an opportunity to attend this webinar. I'm so grateful. And I would like to ask a question. So I have attended many inter-school competitions and I have got many opportunities to sing, but still I have this fear when I go on stage, and even in front of video, I can't sing. Like right now, I'm shaking because I'm speaking in front of people. So how should I proceed?
So this like nervousness and fear, it's with everybody. Like I have also faced this and I still do when I'm performing for people. Like for example, I was speaking here and then I sang a song. So this nervousness will be there throughout your life. You can't really do anything to make it go away. But what you can do is do more of what makes you feel uncomfortable, so that you get to a point where you start feeling comfortable. Like if you really want to sing, you have to be besharam. That's the word, right? You can't be very conscious of, how am I sounding here, how am I sounding there. And it also, a lot of times with singers, what happens is you get in your mind where you're thinking, कि सही सुर लग रहा है कि नहीं लग रहा है, will I be able to sing this note or not, वो सब दिमाग में चलता है. So you don't think about that when you're singing, because when you realize the ultimate goal of your performance isn't कि सही सुर लग रहा है कि नहीं लग रहा है, right note लग रहा है कि नहीं लग रहा है. It's to make the audience feel something, right? It's to make them have a good time. It doesn't really matter कि how you sing, or if you're not able to hit some notes and you're going off somewhere. Doesn't matter. Practice well, usse you get confidence. And second, don't think about I have to hit this note or I have to do this. Think about you want to enjoy on stage and you want to make the audience enjoy as well. So think about that, right? Once you shift your mindset to that, you'll start feeling more comfortable. So yeah, do more and shift your mindset to that. I guess that would help you out a lot. Does that help?
Yeah, very much. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hello. I would just like to thank Prabha Khaitan Foundation for this amazing session, because Harsh, you're one of those influencer whom I follow from a very long time. And I'm just so grateful. Actually, it's just a fun question. Is there any song that reminds you of yourself?
Reminds me of myself, like what?
Like something, just the lyrics. The lyrics whom you can relate very much, and
Let me think. I mean, there are some songs that I like, they're like my jam. So there's this one song called Don't by Ed Sheeran. I like listen to that song a lot. So yeah, so I would say, have you heard that song before?
yes.
Yeah, so that song is like one of my favorite jams. It's so catchy, and I sing it so many times that like when I'm meeting friends, I'll talk to them, and then like while talking I'll just go na 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 na, and when I'm leaving I'll just hum that tune and go away, and then it's stuck in my
Why
mind.
sing a couple of lines now?
What?
Why don't you sing a couple of lines in that case?
In my
Yes.
love, that heart is so cold, all over my own. I don't wanna know that, babe. Ah, la, dun, da, la. This is the tune. So I just keep on doing da, da, dun, da, da, throughout the day, and whoever is with me or hears me doing this, this is gonna get stuck in their head, and then they'll blame me for it. It's because of you that I'm also singing this tune. So this
Yeah.
songs.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
So it's obvious you're an Ed Sheeran fan.
Yeah, I'm a big Ed Sheeran fan.
Big, same here.
So I have a doubt that I sing and I play piano as well. But when I do that both at the same time, I get conscious about while my notes are all right or I miss the piano beat. So how can I go further with that?
Just practice slowly. Both are separate skills, right? Singing is a separate skill, playing piano is a separate skill. If you want to do both of them together, that is also a separate skill. And the way it works is you have to practice slowly. You can't just sing on tempo when you're starting out. So put a metronome on the piano or wherever. जो भी song का normal tempo है, sing maybe 75% of it, like 75% down or 50% down, like half the speed, and play and sing while doing that. That will be easier, and two, you won't be more conscious because it's very slow and you will be able to change chords and stuff. And then dhire dhire practice 1 day like that, 2 days like that, 3 days like that, then slowly increase the tempo. So that will bring you up to speed, and once you do that with some songs, then you'll start feeling comfortable. Yeah, that will help definitely. Hi.
Hello, sir. My name is Rishi. I'm from both school and the lyrics which you perform and the difference which I see in your all three songs. It's really a different thing. And I want to say in response for your songs that you are particularly the things you have done, it's really improving and it's really appreciating. So I would like to say it's really good. And I am really impressed by your lyrics. And I am also a personal fan of Ed Sheeran. And there are many artists which I like, and all over the day I am like always singing the lyrics. Whenever you ever ask my friend anything, that how is she? Then they will say she sings all day and all day. So I would really say that you really are really good singer, and please keep it up.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How do you say your name? Nikhat? Am I saying it correct?
Nikhat.
Nikhat, okay. Nikhat.
Yeah,
Thank you so
it's
much,
Nikhat.
Thank you so much. That really means a lot. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello, Namaskar. This is Kunal Sharma from Subodh Public School, Rambagh, Jaipur. Uh, it was really such a informative session for all our students. I am a teacher over there as a musician. Also, I performed so many things in Jaipur. So it was really interesting and also informative for each and every one of us. Also, I also learned so many things from you. So I just really want to ask that uh, what software we use, which will be more good for a production or for the music production. If you are going for music production, it's like an FL Studio or any, and what is your recommendation for the new ones?
Okay.
The new generation is coming.
Okay, I personally use Logic Pro because
Okay.
that's what I have been using that, and that's what my college also teaches in. So that's why I'm using that. Logic
Yeah.
is really good if you're using a Mac app, any Apple laptop you're using. Logic is really good. I would highly recommend. If you're using Windows, then
Yeah.
FL Studio is good. Ableton is good. If you're
Okay.
if you're making EDM music or any electronic music, Ableton I would recommend. If you're doing anything else, FL Studio is also really good.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was really nice to meet. See you.
Also, please don't call me sir. You can call me Harsh. I feel really weird if someone calls me sir.
Hi, Harsh. Good evening.
Good evening.
Lovely to know you and your journey. Thank you to Prabha Khetan Foundation, Sumitra ma'am, and you. You have inspired, I'm sure, so many youngsters here. School kids are here, and I am from DPS Rohini. And we are grateful to our principal, ma'am, Miss Kanika Iskovi. She has inspired us to be here and to know music more than school. But you know what I feel? My journey also started from the school itself. I being the same story as you shared is the hit point where you don't have anybody at your home, no godfather, just you, your parents, and your hard work and that trueness to go ahead. I think this is where a person starts, right? So could you please, as we can see, as we have a lot of children here, many Shreya Verma who asked the question, and many children from DPS Rohini are here. So I would want, because you being a youngster, a youth who have achieved this, can you explain how was your journey of the practice and school life? Because see, as I told you, my journey started the same way. My teacher heard me, she asked me to learn music, and there where my school plays an essential role. So do I feel, because the वो पहला stage होता है वो हमें school से मिलता है, where your teacher says. So how would you suggest these youngsters to practice in a right way, ताकि वो आज से ही वो जो रियाज है साथ साथ their vision to fly in the career. Can you tell them in fact, and of course us, as we have also got to know your journey. It's an amazing, the sound which you said, the songs that you have done from the initials to your journey. So we would love to know. That will be very useful and beneficial for children, for us as well.
Sure. For me personally, I was in school. I went to the school. I joined the school band. There was a teacher there, obviously. So we used to practice music there and then go for fests in other schools, like inter-school fests, and sing there. And so I feel like to get better at music, one is you have to learn by doing, and you have to have a good teacher, because if you're learning classical music, for example, any music, you need a good teacher, but classical music specifically, in India, there is no reading and writing music, right? In Western music, there is reading and writing music. You can learn by looking at notes. But in India, how it's been passed down is a guru teaches their disciple, and then that disciple then becomes a guru, and then they teach their disciple, and that's how they've been passing down from generations. So you need a good guru to guide you. If you're singing, for example, and you're learning classical vocals, you need a good guru to guide you on how to go about things, how to practice things. And then you need a disciplined lifestyle to practice it every day. Like you have to have that burning desire कि करना है मेरे को, ये करना है, मतलब तभी होगा. If someone is forcing you to do it, no point doing it, because you're never going to end up doing it. But if you really want it for yourself, then you're definitely going to do it. but you just need a good mentor. Find a really good mentor for yourself. Maybe it's in school, maybe it's outside school. You need someone to guide you in this path. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Harsh. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hello. So I am Prayashi from DPS Rohini. So I'm really thankful to our principal ma'am for getting us an opportunity to attend a session like this. We are really inspired by your story. And second of all, I would like to ask that I have also been encouraged to sing by my teachers in my school, and still, when I keep humming all day, but I keep getting many hate comments regarding that. So I'm very, I doubt myself to perform on stage or to perform in front of anybody. So how can I face this fear?
So hate comments as in like people personally tell you or they comment on your videos? Like, what do you mean by hate comments? Or you overhear people, you're muted. I can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry. So I used to post some videos and I used to get some hate comments on that, but that I didn't care because okay, we know how today's generation is like. But otherwise, also personally, people often tell me that yeah, what are you doing? Why are you wasting our time and etc. So yeah, how can we face that?
So I would say that, see, hate is something that everybody gets. Even I get hate. And usually, if you're getting hate, that is a good sign. One, how I look at it, when people hate on me, I look at it as even more motivation that, I'm going to prove you wrong. Though I don't have to prove anyone anything, but I take it as, I'm going to prove you wrong and I'm going to work on my craft even more. So this improvement of your craft that keeps going, right? If you're practicing every day or if you're practicing on working on your craft, then it doesn't matter that people are showing hate towards it or they're doing this or they're doing that, because sometimes hate comes if people are jealous. That also happens a lot of the times because you're doing something that you're passionate about, but they kind of don't want you to go that route and they want you to fit in their circle because no one else is doing it. That is sometimes the case. There are a lot of situations where you get hate and you kind of have to learn that if you can't let someone else's comment bother you. It's like a mindset. If you're performing or if you're doing stuff like this, criticism आएगा, है ना? criticism गंदा भी आएगा, अच्छा भी आएगा, और एक आदमी को पसंद आएगा, दूसरे आदमी को नहीं पसंद आएगा, ऐसा भी होता है. So you can't really like please everyone or you can't really expect कि सब लोग तुमको अच्छा बोलेंगे. जो लोग hate करते हैं, you have to ignore. There's no other way of dealing with them. And the group you find that supports you, stick with them, play for them. Wherever you play for someone who, you play for a crowd that you don't know, तुमको criticism मिलेगा उसमें. तुमको you will find hecklers, you will find people that are going to be like, what is this, what are you singing, कुछ ऐसा गाओ ना, कुछ ऐसे गाओ. तो ऐसे ही हम लोग के साथ, सबके साथ होता है, मेरे साथ भी होता है. So you kind of have to play the crowd. You have to know कि this can't affect me. I have been working on my craft. I want to do this. So वैसे रहना पड़ेगा. You have to be a little ignorant of the haters. थोड़ा उनको filter out करो अपने life से. And look at the positive side. Look at the people who are commenting on you in a good way. What I do, मैं भी इंस्टाग्राम खोलता हूँ ना, मैं तो कमेंट्स ही नहीं देखता हूँ, क्योंकि once you grow big on Instagram, you start getting equal amount of hate as you get love. Like of course, hate is like 20% of it, 80% is love. But if you go down the comments and you see that hate, you'll get depressed. So I don't even open the comments, and I have an album on my phone where I've saved a lot of comments which are really like they've spoken really good about me. They've messaged me privately. I have that album. So whenever I'm feeling down or demotivated, or I feel like, aisa kyun ho raha hai, I'm so bad or aise, so I look at those comments, and that really helps me, get up, feel motivated as well. So I would recommend.
Okay, thank you so much.
So time just flew by. We never realized. Yes, Harsh.
Yeah.
Music has the power to touch our souls and inspire us in ways we can't even imagine. You've proved it. A huge thank you to Harsh for sharing his incredible musical journey with us and filling our hearts with joy. More than that, I think. Your talent is truly mesmerizing, and we are grateful for the magical experience you created at this event. Thank you so much, Harsh. You were a delight. Uh, we believe that every child deserves the opportunity to explore their musical potential and pursue their dreams. With Harsh's guidance, we hope to ignite a passion for music in young minds, empowering each one of them on this beautiful road of creativity. Well, the questions have proved it. There are many children who are on the same path as you, and you've given them good advice, good encouraging words. So let's hope that there'll be more and more children who take up music as a profession, and let's continue spreading the magic of music together. I would also like to thank our supporter, Sri Cement Limited and Education for All Trust. Last but not the least, I would like to thank our young listeners. Without their enthusiasm, this session would not have been successful. Stay well, stay safe, everybody. Goodbye. Have a nice weekend. Thank you once again, Harsh. All the best to you.
One thing.
Yes.
Yeah, whoever, didn't get to ask me their questions, you can, message me on Instagram if you want to. It's, I'll just share it on the chat, my ID, and I will get back to you as soon as possible.
Actually, I was just going to say the same thing, because there are a couple of questions which actually they want to ask and they could not. So I think you just leave your ID in the chat box and they can just ask you directly.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, I've done that. I've left my ID in the chat. It's at not harsh mode. So you can just text me there, and I'll reply to whatever question you guys have. So yeah.
Great pleasure, Harsh. God bless you. Do very, very well. Be very successful. And we are there watching you on Instagram. And you come back to us again. I beg you. We'll host you again.
For sure. For sure. It was lovely to do this session. It was really fun.
Good. Yeah. Good. Thank you.
Harsh, I think you have given the ID in someone personal.
Oh.
Like click on everyone and then send the chat.
Yeah, everyone in meeting, right? Now, is it there?
Yes.
Harsh to every, yes. It's
and also, if you don't have Instagram, you can email me here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Harsh, we more.
Thank you, Harsh.